Welcome to top stories from الكرامة news service, and we'll start from the last updates in Libya. A truck rich with explosive has crashed into a police training camp in Sultan, Libya, killing at least 80 people in the ensuing blast and injuring up to 100 according to hospital sources. The Speaker of Libyan Parliament, Saleh, condemned the terror attack that claimed a number of lives. He also wishes for injuries to be recovered very soon. Saleh called all Libyans to be united to defeat terrorism. Libyan interim government condemned the explosion at the Libyan interim ministry training camp occurred at 8 a.m. local time. A truck drove through the gates of the facility as hundreds of cadets were gathering for graduation ceremony. In a statement, the interim government asked all Libyans to be hand in hand against terrorist attacks. They also asked the international community to cancel the disarm resolution of Libyan armed forces. The Libyan Ministry of Health of the Government of National Salvation has announced a state of emergency due to the current situation in Sultan. The ministry demanded that hospitals receiving the injured provide all possible medical services and coordinate activities with the ministry's central operation room. The Accident and Emergency Department of the Central Hospital reported that 50 of the injured have been brought to hospital so far. The head of UN mission in Libya, Martin Kobler, condemned the terror attack against the Libyan interim ministry training camp. He posted in Twitter saying, "I condemn in the strongest terms today's daily suicide attack in Sultan, called on all Libyans to urgently unite, fight against terrorism." Early this morning, a truck boom explosion killed at least 80 people and another 127 people were injured Thursday at a police training camp in Sultan, Libya. Witnesses said on Thursday the truck crashed into the gate of the police academy in the coastal city of Sultan, about 160 kilometers east of the capital Tripoli. Sources confirmed that the truck exploded as hundreds of recruits were gathering at the academy. A bomb exploded targeting a school in Babtobruk, neighborhood of Derna city, in which forces affiliated to the Shari'a Council of Mujahideen Derna are stationed, local sources said on Thursday. These forces are fighting the terrorist group in the Libyan city. No casualties were reported from the blast. The city had also witnessed a series of explosions last week in which the Daesh group claimed responsibility for such blasts. The Libyan National Army has launched an offensive in Agdebia this week with the objective of expelling Islamic State and other jihadist groups from the town. Airstrikes have been launched against position in the town's industrial zone, with the unconfirmed reports of street fighting using heavy weapons in the eastern suburbs. Troops loyal to Yemeni President Abdul Mansour had seized a Red Sea port town Wednesday in the country northwest following firefighting with Iran-backed Shiite militant, a military chief said. Intensive clashes had raged in the area since mid-December when government forces trained in nearby Saudi Arabia crossed the border and seized the town. Iraq says government forces have launched fresh operation against Daesh, inflicting heavy losses on the militant. At least 75 Daesh extremists were killed when Iraqi planes bombed Daesh positions west of Thartar in the embattled western province of Anbar on Wednesday, the Iraqi National Security Service said in a statement. Scores of militants were also injured in the aerial assault and a large number of bombs and armored vehicles were destroyed, it added. The UN Security Council Wednesday condemned North Korea and pledged to impose new sanctions after the exclusive nations claimed it conducted a successful test of our hydrogen bomb for the first time. A hydrogen bomb is larger and more complex than atomic bomb. South Korea's intelligence agent said the power of the explosion was smaller than what a hydrogen or thermonuclear bomb would produce. It could be several weeks before a conclusive determination is made. That's the wrap-up of our top stories. For much more, you can check our website www.watanelkarama.tv. Thanks for being with us. See you next time. Until then, leave you in the care of Allah. Best regards.
وطن الكرامة، منبر الحق وكرامة الوطن.
تعطلت حركة القطارات داخل بلجيكا بسبب إضراب لعمال السكك